6 games of hoops on a Thursday night. A wild, wild overtime game in Los Angeles. Golden State and Chicago both win close games, and Boston continues to dominate. My name is Shlomo Stark,
My name is Levi Jacob.
and this is the NBA Daily Recap in 15 minutes or less. Hey Levi, good to see you. Let's get right into it. Game of the day, without a doubt. The two biggest markets in the sport play each other. Two biggest cities, Los Angeles Lakers versus the New York Knicks. Los Angeles Lakers win in overtime, 113 to 109. Lakers get their 8th straight victory. I got to watch the end of this game, fourth quarter and overtime. There's a lot to say about this game. I think, honestly, I want to start with I really, really cared about this game until about a minute left in overtime when Brunson twisted his ankle. And now I'm just like, please let Brunson be okay. This was just one game. It's a long season. Just let Brunson be okay. It's like funny how that kind of switches. But this was a great Luka game, a great Brunson game, a great LeBron game, a great Josh Hart game. Not a great Towns game, but yeah, just a wild, wild game. And lots of twists and turns. What are your thoughts?
The officiating was a little bit interesting, to say the least.
Levi, let me stop you right there. You are not Doc Rivers after a press conference. Like, who's just like, the officiating was interesting with these no foul calls on Giannis. Give us your real unfiltered thoughts. Don't speak in code with interesting, to say the least. Give me your real authentic thoughts on the refs.
I have a hard time with intentional fouling and where they call the foul. Like, just because a team is showing you that they're trying to foul somebody doesn't mean that it's not a genuine attempt to also steal the ball. I think it was in overtime. They fouled LeBron on an intentional foul, and I just feel like you had two Knicks who got all ball at the end of that game, and they were like, "Oh, they're trying to intentionally foul. Okay, whistle." There's like a more detail-oriented piece of reffing than it needs sometimes. But it's also, I have a hard time with LeBron. Like, he argues sometimes with the refs from like what's perceived as like a higher vantage point. You know what I'm saying?
That he definitely does. He's earned that status. He's had refs change calls.
It's like that classic Michael Jordan clip, if you've ever seen it, of him talking to the ref, and the guy goes, "I didn't see that, Michael. Is that true, Michael?" And he goes, "Yeah." And he goes, "All right." And he calls it, and he goes, "I did it for you, Michael, because you're Michael Jordan."
Yeah, no, that really does happen. It happens to, like, at some point when you're elevated, or when you talk to refs enough. Like, Draymond kind of has it also. Allen Iverson hit there at one point. There's two levels of it. There's, you talk to the ref so much that, like, when a ref gets it wrong, they don't want to hear it from you, so they're ready to, like, switch their mind. And then there's the level of LeBron, Brady, Mahomes, Jordan, Donnie Eastman, just like you've become a different level of athlete in your sport that is just the refs will listen to whatever you say because they respect you.
Right, but it's hard because they're also competitors, so the odds are that they're like, there's no one doesn't have any agenda. Also, by the way, another note, the LeBron step over Brunson after he got injured was pretty disrespectful.
Yeah, I didn't feel it in the moment, but maybe like upon replay. It was both teams really wanted to win. There was also these like the back-to-back. I felt the game to me felt over when Luka had back-to-back buckets on Karl Anthony Towns. One at the top of the key fadeaway, and then one when Towns was just all like the Lakers did a really good job hunting Towns. They basically Anunoby was guarding Luka every play. Jackson Hayes would set the pick. Karl Anthony Towns would switch on him, and Luka would score on Karl Anthony Towns every time. But there was one play with Karl Anthony Towns was finally playing really good defense, and Luka just hit this crazy three. It was like in the corner, Towns all over him, huge arc, just insane. It was a good job by the Lakers, a great win. Brunson doesn't get hurt. I don't know if that happens because the Knicks were a mess when he wasn't there. They just kind of were playing catch until they figured out who could score. But one of the best games of the season.
Also, we have a new we have a new bad guys of the NBA contender.
With LeBron and Luca, you're saying. Definitely going to be interesting. Next, uh, Golden State beats Brooklyn 121 to 119. Curry scores 40. Warriors finish with a 4-1 record on their road trip. And I just love this Steph Jimmy Butler thing. Steph had like a turnaround heave, which was one of his like 7 3-pointers. Jimmy Butler scored 25. They rallied from down 20 from the third time this season. They're 10-2 since Butler came, and one of those games Butler didn't play. I'm just I'm so impressed with this Warriors team, even though it was the Nets.
Also, keep in mind that this game started off 27-7 Nets. Okay, there's a 20
Hmm.
point gap, and they came back to win. But I mean, again, like you said, it's the Nets. But also, every time I watch the Warriors now, I does it not look more and more like the Harlem Globetrotters? Like that heave from Steph was insane. Jimmy's out there doing this like all this acrobatic stuff. It's just obscene. It's insane.
Yeah, they're really really excellent. They're really fun to watch. A Lakers Warriors series is looming, and I'm all here for it.
By the way, when you said two of the NBA's biggest markets before, I thought you were going to start off with the Nets Warriors game. I was like Brooklyn, San Francisco, you know, New York, California.
That's funny. No, definitely not. Next, Bulls beat the Magic 125 to 123. Kobe White scores a career high 44 points. He was 7 of 15 from 3-point range, and he scored Chicago's last 9 points on 2 layups, a dunk, and a 3-pointer. The Magic has really taken a step down. I've talked about this in the pod already. The Bulls are just they will forever be a 9-10 seed.
Yeah,
They're just stuck in that area, and I don't really have much else to say except good job by you, Kobe White.
yeah. Josh Giddey came back. He's been playing pretty well as like kind of a primary option there. Kobe White also, I mean, in coming back, he took a lot more of the shots. Yeah, it's the Magic should be better, and they need to do something to be better because this Bulls team is not. They're succeeding, but they're not formidable.
100%. Magic have lost 5 straight. They just had a 7-game homestand. Their record was 1-6, and the last 3 losses came against teams with losing records. Like at some point, we gotta something's gotta change. Next, Atlanta beats Indiana 124 to 18. I don't know why in my head this is a rivalry, but I don't actually think it is. But like they're just two random teams that I don't know for some reason. I think because as a Knick, I hate both of them, so I feel like they're connected. Like the like Hawks and Pacers just like disgust me. But this is the battle of the point guards with double assists. Is Trae Young at 22 points, 16 assists, and Tyrese Halliburton did not play, so I have no idea what I'm talking about when I say battle of the point guards. Let's we should edit that out so I don't look really stupid. Pascal Siakam, 35 points, 9 rebounds, 12 of 18 shooting, but Trae Young, 22 points, 16 assists, 7 of 7 from free throw. He's been doing this game after game after game. It's remarkable, but this Hawks team is now at the stage where because we're right around the 60 game mark, it's kind of like where does this team fit in the playoffs? Like, are they a play-in team? Are they a lottery pick? Or are they a playoff team? Or are they even one step further a contender? That's how I view every game right now. So with this team, you had a play-in team beat a playoff team. Next, these last 2 games, I don't have anything to say about these games, but if you have something, you can go for it. Boston beats Philly 123 to 105. Tatum scored 35. Celtics were pretty injured. It was just from the normal starting five, it was just Jason Tatum and Derek White. No Jaylen Brown, no Kristaps, no Holiday. And the Houston beat New Orleans 109 to 97. Şengün played well. He scored 22 points, 11 of 14 shooting, and Amon Thompson played well, 21 points, 11 rebounds, 10 of 13 shooting. I don't have much to say about these games except good for you. Boston for beating Philly, and good for you, Houston, for beating New Orleans. Unless you got some analysis for me, some deep analysis.
Yeah, I got something existential.
Oh, baby.
We need to stop with these terrible nicknames for players. I'm sorry. Jason Tatum is not the anomaly. Bam is not the onomatopoeia. I'm done. We're not doing this. Why? Why are we forcing this? This is terrible.
Yeah, I was just listening to a podcast about Rocky, like a rewatchables, and Apollo Creed's nickname is the Master of Disaster. That is such a good nickname.
That's
Like we need
incredible.
to get those back. Like Karl Malone, you can say what you want about the guy, but the mailman, like because he always delivers, that's so good. That's a great nickname. Um, it's a problem.
I'm trying to think of like the master of disaster, like in regards to the NBA, because it could either be
That's
a
someone like
really
Wemby. It's someone like
so
Wemby.
it could either be someone
It's
really
gotta be
effective or genuinely like Kyle Kuzma, who's like just terrible.
interesting. You're going the other way. Right, that's funny. I didn't think of that. Listen, at least we got Great Barrier Thief.
True, true. The last point that I was going to say was I had a crazy take that you didn't remind me of, but I just want to say it quickly. Was why, like, moving forward for next season, right? Everyone's talking about the Thunder and their picks, right? Because now the 76ers are sliding.
Yeah,
Why?
the Thunder might get the Sixers pick, you're saying.
Who says no to the Thunder pairing that pick, adding two more picks in future years, giving it to the 76ers, Sixers trade them Embiid, and then the Thunder don't play Embiid until like the finals the next year. Just keep them on ice.
That's pretty cool. But if I'm the Thunder,
You know what I'm saying? Like
you broke my brain a little.
they have the luxury of having players in reserve, you know? Like in case of emergency break for an all-star potentially, you know? Like it's crazy.
It's very not Sam Preston.
Yeah, I don't know to tell you that Adam Silver would like it either, but I'm just saying like practically it was a take that I was like I feel like Bill Simmons would have this take, you know? I was proud of myself.
Right. Yeah, it's never been done before. The like no, I think OKC's not there. I'll tell you why I can't get there is because I need a seat in the playoffs, right? They lost to Dallas in the, and not a great Dallas team. I mean, they made the finals, Dallas, but they lost to Dallas in the playoffs last year. And this is a dominant regular season team. Like, I need to see it. You remember when Jokic, when the Nuggets won the NBA Finals, and everyone's like, "Oh, I think this is a dynasty," because who's stopping this team? When they had that dominant run, and then just that's just not what happened. They didn't even make they like the Timberwolves took them out in the first or second round the next year. And I just think that if you want to be at a level where you're paying that type of level for a star and then not playing him until the finals, we're talking about the third, like the Chiefs can do that because they've been in the Super Bowl for the last, I don't know, 4 or 5 years. So they're like, you know what? Let's just not play Travis Kelce to the Super Bowl. Like that is something they can do. I don't know if the Thunder, before they've won one championship, can do that yet.
I'm saying see how this year plays out.
Yeah, team. I think the Thunder are a great team and probably favored to win the finals. I'm just saying a move like that is not for a team that even has just won the finals. It's for a team that is like so dominant and so confident they could get there. The league is stacked. For all we know, next year Wemby and Fox could be better than the Thunder. You know what I mean? Like there's just too much going on in the league for
Right.
to just like
To make a big
do
move
that.
like that. Right.
Make a big move like
I was
that. That
also
doesn't mean yeah.
I was thinking about it today also, just after watching the Nets Warriors, that you're right. Like the league really has so much talent that like remember when they were doing like trust the process and you're like, who is in this lineup even? Like, you know, it's crazy. Or the going back to the Bobcats, you're like, this is a terrible sight to see. And
Oh my
now
gosh.
the Nets are able to put out there like actually competent basketball players.
Yeah. Yeah. Unless you're the Wizards, it really feels like any team could win any game. All right, that was the NBA Daily Recap, 15 minutes or less. Thank you, Levi, my co-host. I want to thank you, Max, for producing. I want to thank you for listening.